Hey, it's Giggy. Welcome back to SIPTOPIA, Episode 2. This episode, our main focus is going to be to finish up our farming area. We also want to finish up our tree farm area over here. We want to make sure that we have the water getting added in here, and this is all complete. Let's go ahead and get a beaver back in this water pump and take this beaver off of a wheel, because this will eventually get enough HP. It'll just take a little bit. I also want to add a beaver back to the berries here because I see quite a few that have popped in, and looks like we've got more than enough capacity for them. Beavers did a great job clearing this out, so let's go ahead and fill some of this in real quick. Gotta add some more corn over here. And then this should end up being our canola. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Oh, they're not even working because they can't get it there. That's not good. Let's get rid of you and relocate you over here. Let's put that. We'll add 4 for now because this needs to be a high priority to get all these trees out of here as soon as possible. Let's see, what do I have marked? Good. So once those are done, then we'll end up having to add more. I'll have to remember to do that. Hopefully I do not forget. I want to add another beaver brewery over here. We need to be making some more beavers. Got a lot to do, and we're going to need more beavers to do it. And then it looks like we have 5 homeless, which that's not good. So let's add a couple houses over here. I'm gonna pause one of them though, but we'll get one going. The next thing I want to do is add another wheel. That way we can go ahead and finally get our fermenter going, because the more food the better. Then we can continue to make more beavers. Let's get our fermenter going right there. And then we'll add some storage. Let's see, we'll put that there and that one there. And this is going to be for our cassava. And then we can add the storage for the fermented cassava right in front. Doesn't have to go far. Alright, let's set these to a priority. We want the house built first. Then we want this built. And then they can go ahead and build the rest. This can actually be a lower priority because we would need that built first anyways. Let's see, we can add some more crops over here. Get more corn going. Just waiting on here yet to clear out so that we can add our pathing over there. I think we got some more spots open for canola. And I think we got everything over there for now. Let's take a look over here and see how they're coming along. Alright, this is pretty much cleared out now. We're just waiting on those trees yet, but let's go ahead and fill in. I want to get rid of this all together. There we go, and then put in our levees. Waiting for a couple trees yet, unfortunately. And where's my stairs? There we go. Get that filled in. Then we'll have pathing going this way. And around going that way. We just gotta wait for those trees. I am going to mark these trees though as a very low priority. It'll be a worst case scenario, but if everything else is done before these trees grow up and get cut down, then we're gonna have to just remove them, because I don't want to delay progress just for a couple of trees. The whole plan is to have a whole whole field of oaks, pretty much. So a few pine trees aren't going to make the difference at that point. Let's go ahead and fill in with some kohlrabi right here. Finishes that off nicely. Let's speed up time and let them get all of those tasks accomplished. And hopefully they get a move on over here, and it looks like they're doing a great job. So let's fill this in. Should be able to add our stairs over here now. Just waiting on that one. Alright, all that's done, so we're just waiting on those trees now. Let's go ahead and mark a few more trees anyways, so that they can have something to do in the meantime. But if those pop up, then we can get rid of those. Looks like they already built the fermenter, so let's go ahead and select that. And this is going to have to be a very high priority, but I want to start getting some food going. The kohlrabis just are not cutting it. Our beavers are just constantly going through that with a quickness, so we need another food option. Let's go ahead and continue filling this in over here. Just waiting on those. And everything else is looking good. Let's see, how are they coming over here? Alright, so we're just waiting for those trees, unfortunately, but it looks like we can fill in a couple spots anyways. Right, oh, and I need to mark another tree over here too. Let's get that tree. And then make that a really low priority as well. And then we should be able to start laying out how we want this to look. We'll need to see how far out the forester can end up reaching. And I might have to wait for some of it to be built though to find that out, unfortunately, but let's see. So you could end up reaching all the way there. If I put you here, then you can get all of that, which I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. Yeah, that'll work. And then I'll want the water pump to go, or water dump to go right here. I think that'll work out nice. Then we'll put another forester on this side. And then we'll end up having, let's see, how do we want to lay this out? I think we'll put the lumberjack flags right there. We can end up putting our teeth grindstones right here. And then we can put another lumberjack flag right here. And let's see, how is that going to end up being laid out? Maybe put that right there and that right there. Yeah, we can always change it up too. Oh, good, that tree finally grew up. They can get rid of that. Then I'll need to add a path over here so that they can actually get up there. We'll have a path here as well. Just waiting on those trees to get out of here. And it looks like they finally got rid of that one, so let's add another levee right here. Are you stuck now? Okay, good. No, you're not. That would be awkward for everybody involved. Alright, it looks like they got rid of that tree over there as well, and so let's add another levee over here. And we're just waiting on those trees, so this is almost done, which is great. And can finish up with our path right there. We'll want to end up having flags over on this side as well. Unfortunately, there is a tree here that needs to go. And we can wait on that. It's not a huge priority because they still got a lot to do, so that's fine. We will wait on that. Let's see how we're coming over here. Add more of our corn. Just waiting for that stuff to get out of here. And add more corn. You speak of it and it happens. Alright, then we have some more room for canola. Let's fill that in there. Alright, yes, we do have a lot of unconnected buildings. It's a work in progress, that is fine. And you have nothing to do in range right now, so let's go ahead and slow it down. And I will give you something to do. You can start working on that for now until I get the rest of this laid out. So let's see, we'll want it going that way. And then we'll have that. I will want, let's see, where is that connected? Right there. How do I want to get this? Think like, yeah, like that will, well, we'll end up moving that one, but for now, then this will go, nope, that's not right. It's gotta go like that. And then we'll have, like that, and yes, then there's 3 in that spot. Alright, and connect it right over here. Connect that there. And where are you? Right here. Alright, that is... Do I want... No, that one needs to go. We need to have 4 spaces in that one. So it needs to go down here instead. So that way this matches up right there. Alright, that's looking good. And then once they fill that in, we can get rid of some of these extra. Honestly, I could get rid of that one right now and then fix my path because it just looks weird over here. There we go. That looks good. Now we can go ahead and fill in with the rest of the trees. So let's get all this oak. And it's not the ideal situation until we can get rid of some of these pines, but we're doing what we can with what we've got. Then we'll fill in all of this and leave room for our path. Put that right there. Now, actually, I do not want trees all the way up here. Let's get rid of that. This spot needs to be without trees, and so does this, because we'll need to be going to other sides of the map, and so let's get rid of that. And 1, 2, 3, and okay. This needs to be pathing. Should have done that first, but at least we did it before all the trees were planted. And the same on this side as well. Let's go ahead and add the path here. Just to make sure. Yeah, that looks good there. Alright. In preparation of having the fluid dump over here, let's go ahead and add a water pump over on this side. That way the beaver doesn't have so far to go. Let's see, should be able to add... Those trees are in my way. I'm having troubles with trees lately. Let's see. Well, this won't be the permanent spot, but it'll work for now because the beaver has to be able to access it. And we can always fix it later. Let's get that, and then we'll connect that back up. That way we can have some water storage over here. Let's just add just like that. We'll put 3 in. There we go. Let's see how we're coming on this tree. 99%, look at that. It's almost done. Come on, tree, you can do it. That way we can finally finish that area up over there, which will be nice. Let's make sure that we pause this. Luckily there was no beaver in it, but until this is completely built, we don't want the water to just be pouring out and be wasted. And let's make sure, and we do not. We absolutely need somebody in our forester to get all these trees going. And I've changed my mind on this path over here. I'd rather have more trees the better. I think we're just gonna get rid of that altogether. And we will add the pathing here. But I want more trees. We are gonna need as many trees as possible to continue doing a lot of these big building projects that are coming. So the more wood, the better. Let's get all that filled in there. And we'll have you up until that point. This part, I do want to leave it empty for now, but I can always change my mind later. I think we'll just keep as is for now, though, over on this area. Then we'll want to add more oak over here, but I don't want it too far out because this is going to be our industrial. So maybe it'd be a good idea to set up what that's going to kind of look like so that I can gauge. Let's put that there. And that there. We'll pause these for now. We don't need them built. Probably build the one. That would be fine. Because we could always end up using that for planks and get that going for wood. Let me actually mark all of these wood real quick. That way I don't forget to do it. Alright, then we need to get rid of this and add our path right here going across. And it looks like this tree is finally gone, so let's go ahead and add that. And now we're just waiting on one tree. Not too bad. Then that'll be pretty much completed at that point. How's that tree coming along? I kind of just want to get rid of you at this point, but alright, that's fine. We'll wait. Patience, patience, patience. Let's continue adding over here what this is going to look like. We'll want this one right here, and then we're going to do one here, 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 and here. I don't like how that ends up not balancing, so let's actually, let's see, get rid of that, and then let's pause these because I don't want them built yet. We're going to remove the pathing here, here, and, oop, nope, and here. And then what we want to end up doing is having the storage fitting right here, and then right here, because what we're going to end up doing is eventually having stairs going up this way. Then we'll have stairs going here and stairs going there. And then we can connect our path right here and add the pathing over here and over here. Let me make sure I pause, otherwise they'll start building stuff. This is just a layout. We might change how we want to do it. Then what we can end up doing is having our large wheel right here. And then we could get this all connected. Let me make sure that we put this on the lowest priority right now because I don't want them to build it. And I don't want to have to individually pause each item. That does not sound fun for you or for me. Then we can end up having 2 lumber mills right there. And we can continue this on all the way down. I think that'll end up working out really nice actually. Let's add our pathing all the way. And then we're just waiting for that to get cleared out, unfortunately. Got our path connected over here. And then fill in over on this side as well. And make sure that we have that at the lowest priority. Well, I didn't have to change that because it's already paused. Then we'll have to go ahead and add the power wheel on the back end over here. Let's see how we will want to line that up. I think right here should be good. Let's see. Oh, look at that. It fits perfectly. Alright, so let's pause that as well as that. And then we know that we're going to want that on the other side, and I'm no longer going to want this here at all. We've got a different plan for the food side, which this is going to end up being the food side. And let's add, where's my platform? And we'll add a wheel over here as well. And then we can pause that and pause our platform. That'll end up looking really nice. Then the food side, what we're going to end up doing is having the medium storages. Just don't know how I want to lay them out yet, but maybe something like that. And then we can end up putting food on top of those, so we can do a layout for the fermenter and then have the oil press and hydroponic garden, so forth. That'll all be right here, which will be really nice because this whole thing's going to end up being lined with the large wheels all the way down on both sides. Alright, how's this tree coming? Oh, they're finally cutting that one down, but how's this one? 67%. You're not really growing that fast. I think at this point, I'm willing to sacrifice the one tree. It's gotta go. I've waited long enough. And I do need to add in a platform right there so that we can add an additional forester and get our trees planted as soon as possible. Let's keep adding in some more oaks here. I have all this oaks and then some more oaks here. And I think what we're going to end up doing, let's see, how does this end up looking? So we'll have it right there once that's gone and that's gone. Yeah, that matches there. Okay. My plan is to have, there you are. I'm going to do this all berries right here. And I do want you to plant those sooner than later, so that because those are going to take forever to grow. And then that way we can clear out the berries completely over here. Let's actually pause. You have like no berries to pick. We can finally officially clear out the berries over here, and this can just all be crops. That way we don't have to worry about it ever again. Let's add some more soybeans over here. We're still waiting for some of these berries to be cleared out over here. I think I can finally set up another lumberjack flag here. Yes, I can. Oh, no, that's not where I want it, though. That's actually where I want a path. I want the lumberjack over here. And then this path can end up going. And then I can plant more trees right there. Fill that in nicely. Let's continue our path right here. And then we will end up putting, this will be pine right here. And then the rest is going to be oak over here. And we need to get rid of those trees altogether. Let's see, how many trees? Still working on those, but we might as well just mark all of the trees now. That's fine. Get rid of that. And let's add our last levee over here and finish this up. That way we can get water going and get all that started. Let's speed up time, get all that built for us, and I need to add a path on top of there as well. Alright, I see a few places that we can fill in some more trees, so let's do that real quick, and then want to add in some more path over here and some more trees. This is going to be a long process over here. It's going to take some time, but the reward will be worth it. And then we'll end up doing the same thing over here eventually, but we're not quite there yet. Let's see if they can finally get this built over here. And then we can unpause this and get that going. Let's see, you've got only a few more logs. Let's get this done. Alright, very close. You can do it. A few more. One more log. You got this. Alright, thank you. Now we can unpause this. This is a high priority. We want to make sure that we get that filled with water. Let's just take a gander. Alright, everything's built around so the water will not leak out. Let's go ahead and add some more trees in here. I think we can add a few more berries, which is good. Let's get that going. And then for now we will just set these at the absolute lowest priority. If we have extra beavers, they can work it. If not, that's fine too. And then did we ever get anybody? No, we have nobody getting water there. Alright, so now we have one in here. I would like another one in here. May not be possible yet. Let's actually pause you because those are full over there. Then where can I get one from? Let's see, we got a couple that grew up. That's good. I'll just put you like that. That way you'll transfer in there. I don't know where you came from, but we should still have everybody in the food. Let me make sure all of these are on the highest. We'll just set that too, even though that's on pause right now. Our water's on the highest. Not all. Let's just go around and get this done right away. Alright, we got 3 days until our next drought approaches. I think we got a few more places where we can add some trees in and some more pathing over here. Let's continue filling all that in until it's complete. And then we'll want some over here as well. And we can finally finish this path over there. Wish there was an easier way to do this, but unfortunately there's not. It's a very manual process. Slow and steady. And in there as well. Alright, we'll check back on that later. Let's see how our crops are doing. There's a couple areas that we can fill in over here. They finally got those all out of here. And it looks like we had a berry pop up again over here, so let's get that one gone. And now we can fill in with our canola here. And looks like we have some more spots for corn. And then, nope, soybean over here, so that should all pretty much be full. And we got a few more berries. They just keep popping up like wildfire. It's like whack-a-mole. Take them out and more pop up. And then finish up the canola over here. Alright, that all filled in really nicely. Get a couple soybeans over here. Alright, that is looking good. Let's check back over here now. Probably could add a few more. And where's my... There we go. Oh, nope. That needs to be a pathway over there, not a tree. Alright, and let's keep going with the pass this way. And then I can fill in a few more trees over here. Yep, that's looking good. Alright, making progress. Another thing I want to set up, but we're not going to build right now, is going to be... nope, I need... There we go. Double floodgates. So we're going to end up doing in preparation before we get bad tides, we're gonna have to divert the water so that it doesn't end up killing all the progress that we have made with trees. And no, I don't want you building this right now. Stop it. Just overachievers. Do y'all not have anything else to build? Probably not right now, huh? Alright, well, I say let's take some builders off. Because we don't need it right now. You guys can go do something else productive. That way everything doesn't die that we just put all that time and effort into. Alright, we got our next drought, so let's see here. We're gonna need a beaver on a wheel. We're gonna pause the plank production right now, just build up on our wood. But I want to make sure our fermenter continues to go, and we've got 5 days, so that's not that long of a drought. Should be fine. Let me just double check everything else real quick. We've got that's full on water right now, so let's pause you. And we're gonna pause you because I want that water to stay in there so our crops don't die. Even though they shouldn't anyways because we've got that, but just to be safe. Alright, then we'll end up finishing up setting these guys. Let's see, where's my levees? And what we probably, since they don't have anything to build right now, honestly, they can start building that. Oh, I need a levee here though. Because the most important ones is going to be where the food is anyways. And then we'll need stairs going down so that they can finish. We'll have to add that to the other side as well. And this will be a very low priority over here. And let me add the stairs so I don't forget. This one can be the next priority. And add the stairs. And then get a pathway over here. I really wish there was a copy paste in this game, because a lot of things you end up just doing over and over again, and it'd be really nice to just have certain builds saved. Maybe one day. I will keep hoping for that to happen, but for now we just gotta repeat the same steps over and over again. Alright, then we will do, let's see, this one's very low. That one will keep on normal because those are going to need to be built next. And then, yeah, that'll be fine. Then we'll add over here. And double floodgates. And then add our levees. Almost done with this process. Just bear with me. Alright, then this one, yes, this is the one that will also be very low. There we go. Oh, and I need my stairs. Otherwise, they can't get down to build it. It's kind of a problem. They need access. Access denied. And stairs over here as well. There we go. Alright, that's looking good. And then, oh good, they got rid of all of this. Let's slow this down a little bit here. And we can finish up our pathing. And then we can continue to add more trees in. I made some really good headway over here. And let's add some more oak. In all of these spots. Oh, this will be beautiful when there's all oak trees everywhere. I'm very excited for that moment. Alright, that's looking good. I wonder, honestly, well, for now we don't have to, but eventually we might end up doing 2 sets of pines there. Once we end up needing all of the oh, what the heck is that called? The treated planks. We might need more resin, but for now, I think that's good because we're just going to end up cutting the trees anyways. Ooh, and before we have a tree grow back, let's put you there. These can now go away. And let's see, did I marked all those trees. Yeah, I did. All right. So, wow, we are at full capacity for wood. That is amazing. I'm very excited. Kind of want to get you back on getting us planks then. So let's add, I don't think we have enough beavers for this, but we will see where they all stopped working, which probably is just lumber mills or lumberjack flags. Yep. Okay. Well, that works out great then. Let's just do that. And then we can fill in the rest of the trees over here. Really? You left a log behind. Who does that? Pick up that log. It's in my way. Alright, we got 1 day left on the drought. We can fill in some corn over here. If I can find corn, there we go. And then I do want to end up planting more of the eggplants over here, but for now, we're not in a huge hurry for that. But I might, since we expanded over here, I might actually set that up. Ooh, we got some berries together. Let's get on that. I think we will set that up. Let's see, let's unmark those. And then I can gradually end up putting more of the eggplants in here as well. That'll work. And since we have so much wood and we have 1 beaver homeless, let's go ahead and get this house built. We're going to need that as we continue to get more and more beavers. We have a decent amount of food, so I want to add some more beavers while I'm thinking about it. So let's get that going as well. And we currently have a water crisis because I forgot to unpause that one when I paused this one over here. My bad. Let's everybody on the water. That's what we're doing. We are getting water. We have that'll be fine. Unpause that one too. Water stat. And I think what would be a good idea as well is to get our hauler post finally going here. We only need 1 working for now, but I think that is going to help us out a lot. There's a lot of things we can set up, like the farmhouse, and we can have the beaver breweries, as well as all of the fluid dumps. We can go ahead and set to haulers. That will help with production and our fermenter as well. I'm just glad I noticed that water before it was too late. Whew, that was pretty close there. Could have been a catastrophe. We don't want thirsty beavers. They get really upset really quickly. It's not a good time for anybody. They let you know that they are unhappy that they don't have their sippy drink. Let's see. And this is supposed to be SIPTOPIA. Like, that's opposite of what we were supposed to be doing. They're supposed to have a ton of water. That is the eventual goal here. Alright, the drought has ended, so I think that is a good time to end this episode. Next episode, our main focus is going to be working on our industrial area, because we want to get all of that set up so that we can continue getting more planks. We've got to get gears and all that good stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.